Hi, I'm Brandy. This is Hound Dog Hollow, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Tarot of the Divine, by Yoshitani. And let me just tell you that this is my second favorite deck of all time, with my first favorite deck being, of course, my Lover's Path Tarot, which I've had since I was, 18 years old. Or maybe 19, somewhere in there. I've had it forever. It gives me those vibes, but Yoshi did it better. I'm sorry, Chris Walder, I've loved you forever, but better. And the only reason the other one's my favorite is because I've had it and loved it for so long. But you have to get this deck. I mean, okay, so let me just give some background. Things that are important to me are, of course, diversity and representation, because I do believe that archetypes represented in tarot belong to humanity, and not just one look or segment of humanity. So this is very, this speaks really well to me and my vision and understanding of the archetypes represented in tarot. But also because I learned tarot, my very first tarot deck was, I'm just going to show you this box while I ramble, was the Lover's Path Tarot, and it was a non-traditional tarot deck, in that some of the cards were not the traditional imagery. I mean, most of them were not traditional imagery, and they were based off of different mythologies and fairy tales and lovers throughout history and from different cultures. But what I got from that is I had a more nuanced and deeper understanding of the archetypes through the storytelling. And so this is very, very similar to that, but even better. So let's just take a look. So, because Yoshi just hit this one out of the park. So the book is actually very sparse, but there's another book called Beneath the Moon that she wrote that tells all about these fairy tales, and you have only to look the fairy tales up because these are fairy tales that exist all over the planet. So you've got to see this. So this is the back, which is the moon phases, and I like that very much. And it's got like this cross hatch pattern, which is different. The edges are plain. I personally think that like a gold edging would be really cool, but I don't edge my decks. I just don't. So the Fool, which is the Little Mermaid, very good, very appropriate. The Magician is the fairy godmother. If anything, this is probably maybe one or 2 points of contention, in that I do like the Magician to be a masculine type figure, only because I feel like it's the counterpart of the High Priestess, and I do like to see both, I do like to see polarity represented. But I think that it's a really good choice. So fairy godmother. This is my absolute favorite, and in my original deck, the Lover's Path Tarot, Scheherazade is the High Priestess as well, and it's my absolute favorite representation of the High Priestess. So perfect, absolutely perfect. Scheherazade is from 1001 Arabian Nights, and you probably know her story. She's the one that, she married this crazy sultan who was killing his wives after the first night, and just to keep him from killing her, she would just read him a story or leave a cliffhanger or whatever until he had to keep going, basically for 1001 nights. And by the time she finished this epic tale, they already had children, he was in love with her, and so she saved her life just by using words and making magic with her imagination. It's just very cool. The Empress, my favorite, beautiful. The Virgin of Guadalupe. Emperor's King Arthur. The Hierophant, which is my birth card, and I look for different types of representation. It's White Buffalo Calf Woman. Awesome, beautiful. The Lovers are Beauty and the Beast. The Chariot I wasn't very familiar with, so I'm gonna tell you because I'm not doing it justice by not saying it. So it's a Norwegian fairy tale, The Three Princesses of Whiteland, which I'm not familiar with, but I have the book on my wish list, and so I hope that, that's my turtle. Sorry guys, I'm in the front room with my turtle. Strength. She looks a lot like Merida from Braid, and she is Scottish, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's Tamlin, Scottish fairy tale. So very cool. The Hermit is Druid and Whitestang, which is an Ireland or Celtic legend. The Wheel of Fortune is Anansi, which is from Ghana. Justice is Om Hang Uosa, and I'm not saying these right, and I'm so sorry, dude. And it's from Korea. So already we have so many different cultures represented. I just love it. The Hanged Man is Sleeping Beauty. Death is, so there's a couple of renditions of this. So in some of the tellings of Eros and Psyche's, it's like this. And also there's a fairy tale called East of the Sun and West of the Moon, and also the Polar Bear King. So this one is the White Bear King Valamon from Norway, which I've also watched as a kid a ton as the Polar Bear King. Very, very good. You probably know the fairy tale. It's basically this girl is married off to a dude. She can never see his face, but she's super happy. And he's very kind to her, and they live in this wonderful palace with magical servants and stuff. And then she begs him to let her sisters come over, and guess what? Her sisters see so discontent, and they manage to convince her to take a candle and go look at him, even though she shouldn't. And while it doesn't obviously kill him, it changes everything, and it goes really badly for her, and she has to go on this huge adventure to get him back. So very cool. I love this. Temperance is Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara from India. Sorry, I'm saying some of those things wrong. I wish I could say them better. The devil is this Boitata, which is from Brazil. The tower is Rapunzel. The star is Sister Alyonushka and Brother Ivanushka from Russia. The moon is Princess Kaiguya from Japan, but also, if you guys get a chance, check out Over the Moon on Netflix. It's about Chang'e, which is the Chinese goddess moon, and it's amazing. It's so good. I cried. It was wonderful. The sun looks like Ra. Sun god Ra. Yeah. Judgment is Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. Obviously, I have to refer to this because I don't know all of these fairy tales, but I so greatly appreciate the... Oh, I love this. This is so beautiful. I so greatly appreciate the diversity and the spreading of the ownership of these archetypes across humanity. Hinemoa and Tutikani, which is from New Zealand, a Maori legend. And each and every one, so this is where, so just like what we just saw in the Major Arcana, my original Lover's Path Tarot did have a different mythology and culture represented in each of the Major Arcana cards, but then they lumped the suits together in one mythology, different parts of the story of one mythology. So there was only 4 mythologies, and they all mirrored Major Arcana cards. So this is different in that each and every single card is a different fairy tale, which exemplifies the archetype that we're talking about, which I really like. So I'm going to put this like this. There we go. Beautiful. So this is Matsuo Saki, which is a Japanese. It's from Japan, Japanese mythology. This is Enkidu and Gilgamesh, which is from Iraq, Sumerian mythology. Of course, and then we're talking about the Two of Cups. We're going through the Suit of Cups. Ignore my tortoise. He's a jerk. So, the Three of Cups is from Cambodia, Hindu mythology, Apsara. Beautiful ladies. They look super happy. The Nightingale from Denmark, Danish folk tale. La Llorona is the Five of Cups from Mexico. Right? She drowns the children. The Six of Cups is the Snow Queen, which is loosely what Frozen's based off of. Denmark, which is a Danish fairy tale. Aladdin, of course. Persia, Arabic folktale. Moses, which I love. I absolutely love that they use Christian mythology and legend in these decks. So Eight of Cups is Moses. I absolutely love that. Taj al-Muluk and Princess Dunya from Iran. They just look so, like, Nine of Cups is a really, really good card, and they just look so happy. I love it. Ten of Cups is Julnar the Seaborn from Persia, an Arabic fairy tale. Looks very cool. Bukunawa and the Seven Moons from the Philippines. Halibo the Hunter from Mongolia. This is the Knight. We've seen the Page, the Knight, and look at this. Yamoya, Nigeria. She's the Queen. Queen of Cups. Perfect. The Boy and the Dragon Pearl. The China. It's the King of Cups. Very cool. Water Dragon. Jack and the Beanstalk is the Ace of Pentacles. It's an English fairy tale. Ripish Sant, Pacific Northwest, Haida mythology. So we've got different, what I really like is that they have, instead of just being Native American mythology, they have different different tribes and different types. So very cool. Banjakari and Banjakarini, Nepal, Tamang mythology. The Condor's Wife from Peru. I absolutely love this. This was so spot on. It's a little matchstick girl. And what I like about the traditional Five of Coins is that, like, this is a very, look at that stained glass window. There's wealth in there, and yet this little child is going to freeze to death right outside. And it's just like perfect. It's just the perfect story to go with that card, with that archetype. The Woman Who Was Kind to Insects from Alaska. It's an Inuit fable. Nanahuatl, Mexico. It's an Aztec fable. Six Swans from Germany. It's a German fairy tale. We're at the Nine of Coins, The Legend of the Watermelon from Vietnam. Panhu from China, it's a Yao legend, and that's the 10 of Coins. The Page of Coin is Bibi Nadia from Sweden. I'm not saying these names right, I'm so sorry. Hetsi Ibib from South Africa. It's a Khoikhoi deity. I'm probably not saying it correctly. Waramurunganduju, Northern Australia. It's a Guwengu deity. Beautiful. Hanuna, the world turtle from Iroquois mythology in North America. Beautiful. So we call North America Turtle Island, right? He's such a perfect King of Cups. King of Coins, I'm sorry. Pentacles. Hope I've been saying Pentacles the whole time. The Ace of Swords is the Gordian Knot. Turkey, Greek legend. Sita, India, the Hindu epic Ramayana. This is Crane White from Japan. Fenrir from Norway, Norse mythology. And also the name of, you know, that werewolf in Harry Potter. Osiris, Set, and Isis, Egyptian mythology, is the Five of Swords. Danae and Perseus from Greece, Greek mythology, is the Six of Swords. Coyote, Pacific Northwest, Salish legend, is the Seven of Swords. Donkey Skin from France is a French fairy tale, is the Eight of Swords. Oedipus from Greece is the Nine of Swords. Sedna from Canada, which is Inuit mythology, is the Ten of Swords. And this one I think really, really grasps that terrible, like, betrayal. Princess Parizade, Anatolia, Arabic folktale. Hang Tuah from Malaysia, Malaysian legend. It's a Knight of Swords. Turando, China, Arabic folktale, is the Queen of Swords, which is beautiful. King of Swords is the Griffin from Persian mythology. The Ace of Wands is a magic paintbrush from a Chinese folktale. Janus is the Two of Wands from Italy, Roman mythology. The Enchanted Pig from Romania. It's Three of Wands. Mohini and Aravan is from India, a Sanskrit epic poem. The Pandavas, India, Sanskrit epic poem. It's a Five of Wands. You definitely get the conflict there. Yeniga, Burkina Faso, mossy legend. Beautiful. John Henry, Alabama, American folktale. I was so proud. I mean, I love the story of John Henry. Definitely, if you don't know about John Henry, look it up. It's really, really good. The Eight of Wands is Rainbow Crow, North American. It's Lenape legend, but it is disputed. But I love it. It still captures the movement really well. Yeah, Vasilisa, the Beautiful, Russian fairy tale. The Ten of Wands is the Timbo tree in Paraguay. It's a Guaranian legend. Muindo, Republic of Congo, is a Page of Wands. Tatterhood from Norway is a knight. Pele from Hawaii is the Queen of Wands. And the Phoenix from East Asia is the king. And there it is, guys. Perfect. Beautiful. Absolutely my favorite. I love it. And the artwork is beautiful. The representation is spot on. The fairy tales are diverse. And just, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Anyway, I love you guys so much. This one took way longer than usual. Thanks for sticking it out with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.